Good day. We are going to learn a little bit about Lightning Lab. It is a more recent app. Well, it was around before, but the update to it has made it much more useful and teacher-friendly and student-friendly as well. Lightning Lab is available on Chromebooks. If you go to the Chrome web store and you search up Spark Lightning Lab, you'll be able to download this and run it on your Chromebook. Once you've downloaded it on your Chromebook or put it on an iPad or an Android tablet or an iOS device, you can then make use of it with any Sphero 2.0 or the new Sphero Spark. Sphero Spark is new, and some people have tried to connect it with in the traditional way. And of course, double tapping doesn't work with this newest Sphero. If you have a new Sphero, it connects through Lightning Lab, and that's right now the only way to connect it. This is an image of the Spark Plus. It's clear, and it has a blue band that goes around, and it has the words the letters SPRK Plus on the side. If you have this, you will need Lightning Lab to run your Sphero. Again, Lightning Lab's available on the Chrome Web Store, and it runs very well on a Chromebook, which I'm going to show today. So once you launch Lightning Lab, you'll be asked to log into it. So if you use this on an iPad, you can continue as guest and students don't have to sign in. But if you use Lightning Lab on a Chromebook, then it does require signing in. The advantage to signing in is that any projects created, any programs that they make, are saved in their cloud account, which they can access again at a later date. This is an advantage as students are often sharing different devices. It's just taking a little longer than normal, but there we go. Now I'm automatically logged in here, but you should create an account and log in. And at that point, you'll be able to create programs. Under programs, we have create, we have my programs, and then all programs. This is a cloud-based environment so that all the different people who upload programs, these can be shared and you can access other people's activities or programs online. Your own personal programs you make will be available to you. You can ask for these to be made public. Once they're public, then others can see them as well and make use of them. I'm going to show you a really basic starting program here. So this is just to make a square with a Sphero. Now, you might be saying, how do I connect? If you're not connected to a Sphero and you go back to the main screen, you'll see right here, Connect Robot. So if I tap on that, it'll ask me what type of robot I have. If you have an older Sphero, it works as well. You have to double tap it, and sometimes you have to connect it in Bluetooth. Sometimes it'll do it through Lightning Lab automatically. If you have a Spark Plus, click this, and it'll instantly start searching for it without doing anything in Bluetooth at all. You can see there that it has connected, and it has a unique identifier, SK-3926. It's no longer the colors that are flashed when you double tap the Sphero, because with the new Spark Plus, you don't double tap. You just have to have it close to your device. So in my program, on Start Program, set color to blue. That's not important. I just put that in there to share with students that they can set the color at the beginning of a program. Then they're going to roll for 2 seconds. This is the speed that it's moving at, and you can increase or decrease the speed, which will of course change how far it travels. This is the heading. So you can set the Sphero to go in different headings, and whatever you choose is the direction it will move when it starts. As before with Sphero, at the beginning, we can orientate it, and here we use the arrows to aim our Sphero. Make sure that blue dot is facing towards you, the operator, and at that point, 0 degrees is moving straight ahead away from you. The delays are there. They don't have to be a full second. They could be half of a second. You could change that to 0.5 seconds if you wanted to. The delays are there simply to keep the robot from rounding the corners when it goes around. So again, rolling it for 2 seconds, 45 degrees. So my first heading was 0. My second heading is 90 degrees. My third heading is 180 degrees. And my final heading is 270 degrees. So I'm making each of these turns and moving for 2 seconds at a constant speed of 45. This should make a square. That's a starter program. We can do the same thing and make a triangle. We just have to change the angles. So here, when we start the roll, we can start at 0. We don't have to, but whatever the angles are, of course at the end, we have to do it so that the inside angles create a triangle. So we have to think about the opposite angle in some of these instances on a 180 degree axis. So the inside of 120 degrees is 60 degrees on a 180 degree line. And that's what allows us to create our triangle. So we have 0.5 second delays here. We're starting again with constants in the first two variables, so time and speed. And the final gives us a heading that the Sphero turns to. So here we'll make a triangle. I might want to make a triangle with less lines of code. So at that point, what I can do is introduce a loop. When we introduce a loop, we have to set the heading at the beginning so that we know where we're starting. So if I start heading off at 240 degrees, it doesn't really matter which one you select. It just depends on which way you want the Sphero to move at the beginning. Get a loop 3 times. Again, I've set the color. Not necessary for the program, just in there. Now rolling for 2 seconds at 55% speed. Here, the heading and the operator are important. So to do this, I went to, we have comparators, which are greater than, less than, equal to, and the rest. And we have operators. The operators are something added together. You can subtract something, multiply. There's a whole bunch. I mean, it goes on. You have to check through the entire list by clicking the arrows. For this, we're going to do add. So when I drop that in, I want my heading, whatever my heading is at that time. So it's going to sense what the heading is. I want my heading plus how much I need it to change in order for it to make a triangle. So it'll sense each time what the heading is and add on an amount of degrees that it's going to turn. So I go here and add in, for a triangle, 120 degrees. And that'll allow it to make a triangle. Once everything's done, we reset the aim at the end of the program. Another option is you can pull reset aim in to the loop so that each time it resets the aim, and then you could turn 120 degrees each time. Hopefully that's not confusing. Okay. Another thing we can do is we can add an if-then statement. So this is just an example. So again, making a loop here, doing our triangle, but then after making the triangle, we're putting an if-then statement in just to show students how that works. So if the speed is less than 5, then set color to red. The color was white throughout the program making the triangle, but at the end, when the Sphero slows down, it then reads the speed as less than 5 and changes the color. So these are some different options with Lightning Lab. Hopefully that helps you to get started. Thank you.